Hi, it's Lisa from Girl in the Garage. Thanks for joining me today. So, finally, I think we've all probably got one of these things, and put your hand up if you hate using it. That's probably most people. Well, today I thought I'd do a little tutorial on how I believe you should use one of these. Now, when I started resin, probably 5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, and I was watching someone, I'm not sure who, and they were using one of these, and I thought, oh, what a great little tool. I must get one, as you do. So I purchased one, and it came with the blades. I think I bought it off eBay. It arrived, and I went, oh, okay, I don't really know how to use it, and it didn't come with instructions. So I went on YouTube, as you do, and there was no tutorials either back then. So I just watched a few people, resin artists, can't even remember who they were, and just watched them use it. And so that's how I used it. And guess what? It scratches the heck out of you. Any of your resin pieces if you use it the way most people use it, and that's like as a potato peeler, you know, the old, I'll see if I can do it. Sorry if I'm bumping, but just the way I've got this camera set up so I can actually see, because I'm a bit blind, and I do everything under my Maggie lamp, which is like a big magnifying glass with light around it. I'm probably sure you know what a Maggie lamp is, but anywho, so yeah, the old potato peeling method, as I call it, where you, I don't even know if I can do it, actually. I'll have to do it on something else, maybe this. So yeah, the potato peeling method goes something like this. Actually, this probably isn't the best example because it's really old. But anyway, you get the gist, you know, and look. Can you see what I've just done? That whopping big chunk I've just taken out of that. So yeah, that's the potato peeling method. Oh, I can't still. Whoops! Sorry about that. Probably get in trouble from someone for bumping the camera. Yeah. Oh look, here we go. Potato peeling method, and it's just taken a big chunk out, and it looks like I've actually used emery board on it, because that's what happens too when you use emery board. You get that big thick white sort of line, as I call it. Yeah, I mean, you can use the potato peeling method if you've got a big chunk of overpour and you want to quickly, you know, get it off. You can do it that way, but just don't go down real close. Like, just leave a couple of mils, otherwise you'll scratch it and get big chunks out of your resin piece, as you just seen me do. Then I'll see if I can redo it. Oh, there it goes, flying off somewhere. Yeah, so I believe you should use it this way. Now, here probably a couple of weeks ago, I guess, I saw a couple of resin artists, and they use the old, gosh, I'm just trying to think what you guys call it in America. I just call it a blade or a scalpel. Total mind blank, but you know what I'm talking about, these things. And yeah, I don't even try to attempt that, because I just, yeah, that's just a disaster waiting to happen with me. But beautiful thing about these things, they're sharp and they cut the resin, but if you run your finger over that without a glove on, you're not going to cut yourself. And that's why I love them. Like, I won't actually take my glove off because I've been metal detecting, so my fingernails are dirty. But yeah, so not dangerous like the old scalpely bladey thing tool. So we'll just pop that one over there. And a lot of resin artists recommend using emery boards. I don't. And I mean, everyone does things differently, and that's fine. But if you use your emery board, so I'll use this side now, you know, you run the risk also of scratching the mould if you don't, you know, hold it correctly. Because if you go too much like that, you're going to scratch up the side. So if you do that, you're going to get that big sort of thick, like you get too much, it takes too much off. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And I just find when you do a nice piece of resin, whatever it might be, you don't want to wreck it. You know what I mean? Like you want to take that sharp edge off, and you want to take off not too much most of the time, unless you over pour, which happens to all of us. So I should guess you want to know how to use it. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. So I watched, lately I watched some tutorials about these, and there's actually heaps out there now, but there wasn't, as I said, like 5 years ago. So yeah, I watched about, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 20. And out of that 20, I only saw one lady use it how I use it. And her tutorial didn't go for very long, but still a good tutorial, probably better than the way I can explain it. But I just do me, so bear with me, guys. So this is how I hold it, and this is how I recommend to do it, because generally I don't scratch my mould when I hold it like this. So instead of, forget the old potato peeling way of holding it. So what you want to do, because this thing spins around, as we know, well, it shouldn't. If it doesn't, then you haven't got it, your blade in correct. And this is the same blade I've been using. I haven't even used any of these. So, like, they just last. They're brilliant, these things. So what you want to do is, with these two fingers, hang on to the bottom of it so it doesn't move. And then you just rest that wherever. Because you only want to use, well, depending on your resin piece, you can use like that bottom edge or the top edge. And it depends, you know, if you're left-handed or right-handed. I'm left-handed, so you have to bear with me. I probably can't do this with my right hand. So, yeah, hold it like that, however comfortable. And you can put your piece either way. It doesn't really matter. I just find if I do it like this, I've got less chance of scratching, because generally I use the top of the blade. And I don't know if you can see on there, it's got like a little flat edge at the top, just below that little nib thing. So most of the time my resin piece, like it rests on there, and that sort of stops it from, you know, slipping. So, and the other thing, light pressure. You don't have to like try and like really hack at it like you do with a potato peeling method. So all you do, you just do that. And the more you do it, the more comes off. But that's just taking the sharpness off. And you can just run some alcohol over that. But that's just beautiful. Look at that. Compared to that. And that. Can you see? Hopefully you can see the difference. Yeah, try it on something. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. I'll show you on this. This is just an old like coaster, and it's still got the lip on it. Hopefully you can see that. Where I haven't domed it. This is a really old piece, but anywho, you just want to take that, you know, when you want to take that edge off, whether it's sharp or it's got that little extra bit because you didn't dome it. So, yep, again, just holding it like that. And you just run it. You can run it that way. You can run it Sorry, my gloves are getting in the road. Generally, I don't do this gloves on. You can run it that way. And I'm just doing light pressure. And yeah, look at that, beautiful. Didn't scratch it anywhere. That's got a big scratch because I scratched it. Oh no, it's probably a dog. It's either a dog hair or a scratch. But yeah, it's just so easy like that. No effort. I've found the less pressure, the better. If you get like that little, sort of like a bubble, sometimes, you know, if you run your finger around, it's smooth everywhere, and then you get like a little lump. When you've got a lump, I don't know if I've got one on here. Let me just check. Yep. But generally, when there's lump, I just go backwards and forwards. Like that. It's just, oh my God, it's just so easy. And you just get that nice little, you don't get the big thick line like you do with the emery board. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but just be patient because, yeah, you've got less chance of scratching your mould. I can't remember the last time I scratched a mould using my little deburring tool, and I absolutely love it. And yeah, I was just shocked because, yeah, as I said, watching YouTube tutorials and a lot of well-known artists, they just, I've got one, but I hate it. Well, yeah, maybe try it like this. Like, I'm not saying this is the actual real way it's supposed to be used because I never got instructions with mine. I think then if you buy one these days, there's instructions, but maybe it says to hold it like a potato peeler and do it that way, which I don't recommend at all, guys. It's just, yeah, there's a time and a place for that, and that's, I found when, yeah, as I said before, when there's like a, you know, a big chunk and you want to really quickly get it off instead of cutting it with scissors like usually we do. But there's also another method, and I haven't actually got, not very organised, so I do apologise. But so if you want to cut something off too, if you do have something like that, let me just, has that one got, that one doesn't really either. No, can't really show you, but I will sort of. So if you do have, oh, hang on, let's have a look on the frog. I think, oh, sort of. I've got my little, oh, can you see that? Like there's some little chunks. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So, can you see how here, these two, let me just move all that. See between this toe and this toe, there's extra little bit. So, if you want to cut that off, all I do is I stick the blade in, and I'm still holding it how I showed you to hold it. And what you do, you just rock with the blade and light pressure again, and it just starts cutting it. So hopefully you can see that. I'll just, did you see that? It just started cutting it. Look. So easy. And then, actually this is probably a really good example to show you. So I'm hanging on to it like that. I'm just going to go around the toes. And see how I'm just going really lightly. And it's coming off, like so easy. And I'm just going light pressure, turn it around that way. Hopefully you saw that, how easy that came off. And I'm not scratching it. Like, I can even go like this, which I do sometimes, just to get around the toes. Let's get this bit off. Oops. Oh, sorry. So hopefully you can see that, how nice and clean. Like I said, you do need a little bit, probably more patience. But to me, it's so worth it to have, you know, you go to such effort to get something nice and, you know, it's come out and you really like it, and then, you know, bugger it, you scratch it trying to clean it up, clean the edges up, and you've ruined your piece. Or you've got to try and fix it or disguise it, which, you know, probably we've all done before, as you do. But yeah, I just like it. This is just so easy. And you'll be surprised how much comes off when you're just doing the old light pressure. And with the light pressure, you've got less chance. If you do slip off like I just did, you're not going to scratch it. Because every now and then, like, you slip. I'm not going to lie. But, see, I slipped on there before. No scratch. And like you could go around, yeah, with your blade, but I don't know. With this, it's designed for resin, so it just has a really gentle edge. Whereas when you cut it with scissors, you get that big thick edge. Same with an emery board, you get that thick edge. I mean, you can clean it up with the alcohol, and that takes all the, you know, the powder residue away, but you still have that thick edge. Now that's fine if you like that. Me personally, I don't like it. And even when you dome something, I just like my edge, you know, just to take that sharpness off. Because I always worry, you know, when someone does buy one of my pieces, I'd hate for them to cut themselves. You know, nothing worse. Or, you know, scratch someone's furniture. Even though, you know, we add our little silicone feet or, you know, cork feet, or whatever. Yeah, there's always that worry. Yeah, so you just keep going around all your bits. I'm doing a bit of a rough job here because I'm trying to show you and see what I'm doing as well, which I'm finding it quite difficult with my camera at this angle. Hopefully I'll get my new camera army thing that I've ordered soon, so I can do a bit more professional looking videos for you guys. And yeah, hopefully you can hear me today. I've been told that my sound's not very good, so I've got my volume up, so hopefully you can hear. So yeah, hopefully I've explained this well enough for you guys. I'm not a big talker, but yeah, I just wanted to show you, and because it's, yeah, such a valuable tool. And I used to hate mine too, I'll be honest. Hated my deburring tool. I thought, oh, what a waste of money, even though it wasn't actually that expensive. But I've probably got a drawer full of things I've bought that haven't actually used. Or so yeah, let me know what you think. If you've actually pulled your deburring tool out again and given it another go. Give it the girl in the garage a technique and see how you go. I'd be interested to know. Hey, you might feel more comfortable doing the potato peel away, but yeah, it's not for me. Okay, let's try it in the right hand. Because you only have to do it like, oh, look at that. I can do it. Yay! So yeah, I do it that way. And sometimes, yeah, you can, just depending on what you're doing, you can use that part of your blade or that part. But on this piece, you're less likely to, oh, hang on, sorry, just got to swap hands again. You're less likely to scratch it if you do it by sort of holding there and just using the top of the blade. And sometimes I rest my finger on my resin piece like that, And that sort of holds your hand steady as well. But it's like anything, practice, and yeah, you'll soon get used to it. But yeah, like, how effortless is that? Like, there's just no pressure at all. And hopefully you can see it's just taking that sharp edge off. And yeah, all I have to do then, once I've finished, is I usually just run around it with, a bit of alcohol on a baby wipe. And that cleans it up just absolutely beautiful. You wouldn't even know that you've, used a tool on your resin piece. As I said, even, when you dome your coasters, it just, sometimes you just have that little sharp edge regardless, and it just takes that off beautifully. Yeah. So that's how I use it. Give it a go. I'll be interested to know what you think of my method. Whether that is actually the right way, I've got no idea. I'm not an affiliate for the people that make these. I don't even know what brand this is, but I think they're pretty much all the same. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Finally got it out there. The old deburring tool. I love mine. I hope you can learn to love yours too. It's worth it. All right. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, a like, share, comment. That'd really help me out, and I'd appreciate it so, so much. And I'll see you soon. See you for the next one. Bye for now.